and welcome to the Victor Farmington Zoom card making class. My name is Angela and I'm going to be helping you make this beautiful card. For the supplies, we're going to need cardstock for a base, for a frame, and for what I call the canvas, or what we're actually going to be stamping on. For the base, I like to use just plain white cardstock. I like to get 1/10 weight from Staples. Any cardstock will work for the frame. I'm going to be using this pretty orange gold color, and then I'm going to be using a piece from the original cardstock base to make the canvas with. You need to have some twine. Those are all the supplies that you need. The kit will have all of those in there. For your tools, I like to work with the foam pad. The foam pad allows to have clear print of your stamps. The trimmer that I use is a 6-inch viscose trimmer. I like to use a 6-inch because oftentimes we have to cut the card at 5.5 inches, and I have enough room. I like viscose because it has a wire, just a piece of wire here at the cutting, so I can see exactly where I'm cutting. I like the blade to be titanium because it lasts a lot longer. You want to purchase a quality tape runner because the tape runner is what holds the card together. And if you buy one of the cheap ones from the dollar store, your card will probably fall apart. You want to have an acrylic stamp block so that you can adhere your stamps to them. The stamp set that we're going to be using today is Painted Harvest from Stampin' Up. To help make this card, I like using, it's called a Stamparatus. It's sold by Stampin' Up. It allows you to place your stamp and then stamp your image right onto your card. And if you need to stamp it again, you can go ahead, lift it, and stamp it again. There are other brands. There's a Misty, and I believe Fiskus has one too. Whichever way you want to work it or purchase, it will work fine. You can use just the acrylic stamp blocks. The colors that I've used for this project are Always Artichoke, Pumpkin Pie, and Soft Suede. All of these are Stampin' Up pads, ink pads. I like to keep with the same brand because they stack nicely, so for my organization, it helps out. If you take care of your stamps, they'll last a long time. So you want to have a quality stamp cleaner and just a piece of chamois. The chamois you can just use to wash the stamps off very easily. You're going to need to have a scissor, and we're going to be using an A2 or invitation envelope. That's the envelope size that you need for this card. So let's get started. We're going to start by cutting our papers to the size that we need. The initial piece is going to be 5.5 inches. And here's my card base. For our canvas, let's change it here again. We're going to make it 5 inches. By 3 3/4. For my frame, I'm going to make it 5 1/4. By 4. I like to print and stamp on my card base before I put anything together. And the reason why is if I make a mistake on this side, I always have the other side that I can work on. So using my Stamparatus, I've already positioned where I want my stamps to go. So I'm going to just put a piece of scrap paper underneath to keep my foam pad neat. using my pumpkin pie spice stamp. Just going to stamp it up real easy. Make sure everything's tight in the corner. Push down on it a little bit. Now I'm not real thrilled with the way that looks, so I'm going to stamp it again. Because I have the Stamparatus, I can easily do it, and the stamp will be in the same place. Put a little bit of extra pressure on there. But still not happy with it. One more time and then that'll be it. Perfect. So we'll close this up, clean the stamp real quick. And this is where the Stamparatus comes in real nice. I can just take it off, flip it over, and then my stamp, my next stamp, is going to be already lined up perfectly. And for that, I'm going to use the soft suede. Stamp it up very easily. Push it down. And there you can see the shading of the brown in with the orange. Very nice. I'm happy with the way this one turned out. Again, we're going to clean off the stamp. And then I'm going to put whoops. Actually, I have it set up to go this way here. This is the center, and I'm just going to push it right down there. That too was a soft suede. Stamp it up, push it down. Perfect. Now I found that if I'm trying to do close to the corner with the Stamparatus, it doesn't stamp well, so I'm going to flip the card over. Flip the plate over, and I have the sentiment all put together beautifully. Take a second to clean the ink off the stamps. If you've got a lot of cards to make, you're making like Christmas cards, this tool is a godsend. They're all done. Now I like to use a little scrap sheet of paper to do the next part, and that is putting the green leaves on. This is where I use Always Artichoke. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter where these get stamped. There was one rule to stamping, and that is, if you like the way it turned out, you did it right. And I like when I do the stamping, especially of leaves, to have them come off. It adds a lot more dimension to the card, some interest. Perfect. Now let's take the string, and I just want to wrap it around 3 times. Tie it, and you want it to be a little bit on the snug side. You don't want to have it too tight that it buckles the card, but you don't want it so loose that it slides off. Spread these out just a little bit. Take your tape runner, just run one down the center to hold it in place. From there, you can go right over the sides like that. When I do full-size cards like this, full-size canvas and full-size frames, I like to make sure I go all the way around the card. Then I'm going to tape this to my frame. I like to hold it kitty corner so that I can see how far I am away at these corners here, and from there I can pretty well see and make it even. I'm going to take my card base, fold it, leaving just a little bit of an edge, and this edge makes it easier to open the card. Press it down real quick. Tape all the way around this one. Again, going kitty corner. Beautiful. And then trim off the excess. There you have a beautiful card. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. And until then, keep scrapping.